Entry 1. I just bought this journal at the office store. I've heard that keeping a diary can help relieve stress, so I decided to try it myself. Maybe this will help with all my anxiety. So, my name is Andy, and I work at the power plant in my town. It's a pretty boring job. I mostly just look at random charts my colleagues have emailed me. But I don't need an exciting job. It pays the bills and I'm not impoverished, so I suppose I don't have much to complain about. It is a little disappointing when I see people like my brother, who founded an amusement park and got rich, or my friend, who's a gamer. Can you believe it? People can actually make money by playing video games. Anyways, today was just another normal day. I ate a breakfast burrito this morning. I haven't done that in a while. Someone ran a red light when I was driving home from work. Now that I'm actually writing this, it's even more apparent how boring my life is. I need something to do. I need a hobby, or at least a TV show to watch. I really need to shake things up. Entry 2. I got a promotion this morning. Vicky came in and told me that I was doing so great at my job and that I deserved a better position. Now I'm assistant manager at the power plant. Wow, this is the position I've dreamed of for a while. I know it's not much of a dream, but at least it was something. Anyways, today I went on a walk in the woods behind my house. I haven't done that in a while. There's a trail in there that actually goes pretty far. I've never made it to the end. I've heard that there's a little river at the end, though. Angel Creek, I believe it's called. It's a really nice place to walk. When you're on the trail, you can hear the birds chirping and the sounds of the creek flowing in the distance. It was so peaceful, I almost didn't want to leave. But it got dark. I've always had this fear of being in the woods at night. Maybe tomorrow I can try to walk the whole trail. Entry 3. I got off work early today. There was some issue in the cooling towers, and for employee safety, they had to send us home. Because of that, I had time to hike the entire path, from start to finish. It turns out I wasn't that far from the end when I decided to quit yesterday. The creek is actually quite big. I'm still not sure how deep it is, but it was too wide to jump across. It's really murky, but you can see some fish if you squint really hard. The river was pretty cold too, even though it's the middle of summer. I think the trees block out the sun during the heat of the day, so it stays nice and cool. I also saw some people swimming, so I might try that. Maybe I'll make a habit of this. Go and swim at Angel Creek every evening. That could be nice. Entry 4. I just had the strangest dream. I was walking in the forest outside my house, but everything looked wrong. The tree branches were positioned in such a way to where they looked like they were reaching out at me, and all these weird shadows were on the ground. The thing was, the shadows were shaped like different things. One looked like a person, one looked like a tower, one looked like a weird blob. But none of those things were around to cast the shadow. Well, I walked down the path all the way to the creek. Everything was all silent, not like it normally is. When I reached the creek, it was rushing really fast. Normally it's stagnant, but in my dream, it was going so fast that if you put even 1 foot in there, you would be whisked away forever. Then I saw something really scary in the water. They were faint and hard to make out because they were so deep. I could still tell what they were, however. Faces. Faces in the water. They were faces I knew. My brother, my sister, my parents, and my friends. Their faces were all deep in the water, with the most disturbing expressions. It was like they were terrified. That was when I woke up. That was the scariest dream that I've had for a while. Anyways, I was a little reluctant to go to the creek after that dream, but I went anyway. I wasn't able to swim for very long since the sun was going down. The creek is pretty deep. In fact, I couldn't even touch the bottom. When I was swimming, these fish kept brushing by me. It was a little uncomfortable, swimming in such murky water, since you can't really see what's under you. I still enjoyed it. I think I'm going to go back tomorrow. Entry 5. It's been almost a week since I last made an entry in my journal. I've had so much work to do, and I try to squeeze in as much time at the creek as possible. I managed to get over my phobia today. I swam after dark. It was a little creepy since it gets really quiet and pretty cold. I heard some rustling in the woods after nightfall, and I think I saw a strange shadow, but other than that, it wasn't that bad. I had another dream last night. This time, I was on the roof of my house. The moon shone right above me, and I could see my entire neighborhood below me. There were a ton of shadows on the ground, and all of them were moving. I wasn't sure exactly what they were, but they were kind of the shape of those dinosaurs you read about in science textbooks. They walked around the neighborhood, going this way and that, and vanished as soon as they reached the end of the road. I woke up after that. I hope I can write in this thing more often. I really like doing it. Entry 6. Today, I stayed in Angel Creek really late. I swam until midnight. I lost track of the time, but at one point, I checked my watch and it read 11:59 p.m. The second my watch hit midnight, this weird wind blew through the area. The way it blew through the trees almost made it sound like someone was saying something. I wasn't sure what. I got out of the creek really fast after that. The next day was a Saturday, so at least I didn't have work in the morning. But as I was walking back down the trail, I looked over my shoulder at the creek. When I did, I thought I saw a shadow next to it. It was really big, and it was shaped like the shadows in my dream. I started running, and that wind came again. I couldn't tell what it was saying, but I didn't care. Entry 7. It's Saturday morning. The strangest thing just happened. After I wrote my last entry, I fell asleep, but I awoke at about 3 a.m. I'm not sure why, but I felt the urge to walk down to the creek. It was the weirdest feeling, like I absolutely had to go down there. So I did. I walked down the stairs and out of my house, through the back door. I walked the whole trail from start to finish as fast as I could. The feeling persisted the entire time. I felt I had an obligation to be down at the creek. Eventually I made it. The creek was flowing really fast, faster than normal. Then I remembered my dream, the dream about the faces. Terror flooded my whole body. I felt the feeling again. This time, I looked into the creek. I don't know why I did it, but I leaned over the edge of the water, terrified as to what I might see. At first I saw nothing. I was relieved. But then, something came into focus. It was too deep at first to see, but slowly began to move closer to the surface. It was a face. More specifically, that of my mother. She was smiling placidly. Nothing but her face showed. Slowly it began to change into that of complete horror. Her face indicated that she screamed. Another face popped up. My dad's. It too underwent this transformation. He screamed, and as he did, another face appeared. My sister. Then my brother. Then my friends. They all screamed in complete horror. I took off running after that. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. No. I just got a phone call from my uncle. He told me that my family was on a plane on the way to the Bahamas. The plane collided with something in the way. No one knows what. And then the airplane crashed into the ocean. Crap. No. My friend texted me. He said that some of my friends were hanging out at one of my buddy's places. At some point, someone broke in. Someone dangerous. He killed them all mysteriously and left. The friends that were killed, faces were those that I'd seen in the creek. What on earth is going on? Why is this happening? Why did I see those faces in the creek? Entry 8. Help, 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 help. I woke up next to the creek. I don't remember walking here. What's happening to me? My journal is right here, so I'm writing in it. I don't feel like I have control over myself. Something's possessing me, making me look into the Angel Creek. My face was in the water, almost on the surface. My face was contorted in a horrified scream. What is this all about? Why are there faces in the water? Oh no. Oh no. I just saw one of them. A shadow. A horrible, dinosaur-shaped shadow. It's coming for me. Please, help. I found this diary washed up on the shores of a creek in my hometown and transcribed it, word for word, to show it to you. I'm not sure if this is a prank or joke or what, but one thing I will say is that tonight, I went down to the creek, and deep within it, I saw my face screaming back at me. Thank you for listening. If you have a story you'd like me to narrate, then please contact me at twitter.com/NerdxCorexCreep or submit your stories to my subreddit at www.reddit.com/r/horrorxnerds. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, sharing with your friends. Also, make sure you ring the bell to be notified of new uploads as I post them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Have a creepy night.